Now, the hospices that look after our loved ones at the end of their lives are struggling as costs rise. Costs at one hospice looking after patients from Cambridgeshire have gone up by more than a quarter in just the last 2 years. Our reporter Jozef has had exclusive access to a hospice in Letchworth, where they see patients from Cambridgeshire and Hertfordshire.
I'm at Garden House Hospice Care in Letchworth, where they see around 2,000 patients a year, all with life-limiting illnesses such as cancer, COPD, motor neuron disease, those kind of illnesses that have a significant effect on one's life. The reason I'm whispering is because I'm about to join in on a breathlessness class.
You're in control of your shortness of breath. Your breathlessness isn't in control of you. You've got all of these tools to help you manage your breathlessness. And you need to remember you've got all of these in your toolbox and make a plan of which ones you are going to use.
Okay, the class has just wrapped up. Fascinating to watch it and to see, well, there's 14 people here today and they were just absolutely transfixed with the advice they were being given. One of them was Barrett, and I'm about to meet him now.
I have COPD and I have coronary heart disease, which is complicated by other little things. The breathlessness class is fundamental, actually helping both these conditions. It's very simple. A lot of us do it, but don't understand that we're actually doing it. But when you come here, they explain why you do things and why you have to do them in a certain way. And it makes things a lot clearer. And when you understand something, you don't become frightened. If you can't breathe, it makes you... That's very, very frightened. You get panic attacks, you get anxious, you don't want to go out, you don't want to be by yourself, or you feel uncomfortable to be by yourself. But when you come here and you understand that you have within yourself the power to control these feelings by understanding and by putting into practice what they teach you, It's suddenly things start making sense, and you get your self-esteem and your sanity back, basically.
I'm now getting an opportunity to chat to James. James, Barrett was 66. You look about the same age.
Thank you. It's very good of you.
Am I right?
Yes. I wish. 89.
You're 89 years young. You're here because you have heart failure. Just how important is the hospice to you?
Very much so. It keeps me going. You see, it's active, and I like anything that's active. I used to play league table tennis, I used to dance, I did everything. Anything that was going, I did. Lucky enough, I've got a lovely daughter-in-law who helps me out, because my wife died 2 weeks before Christmas, and she's fantastic.
As is the hospice. When I asked you about the hospice earlier, I don't think I've seen such a broad grin.
Yeah.
There it is.
What's the use being miserable?
What does the hospice give to you on a daily basis, on a weekly basis?
Oh, friendship. A lot of friendship. And that I love.
How often are you here?
3 times a week. Yeah. But I'm coming here Friday. What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
Well, Friday I'm coming here.
This is the coldest day of the week.
Is it?
Yeah. So you're here on Friday as well?
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you the most stupid of questions now. You look forward to it, do you?
Yeah. I do, really. But I miss my sports, like...
How much would you miss this place if it wasn't here?
Very much so. Very much so.
I was just about to go and meet someone who runs things here, the official interview, but before I leave, I've been invited to see Virginia, a rare opportunity to actually speak to a patient here on the inpatient unit.
My name is Gina. Officially it's Virginia, but I prefer Gina.
Oh, that told me, didn't it?
Sorry.
Gina, why are you here?
I've got lung cancer and brain cancer. Plus a load of other aches and pains, but I'm here because of that.
You look superb. How are you feeling?
At the moment, I'm okay because I've been given a lot of medication, and that does help, but it's usually first thing in the morning when it's a bit awful, really, but other than that, I'm fine, and I'm so well looked after. It's unreal. I feel like a princess.
Tell me a bit more about how they're looking after this princess.
Well, they come round, probably on the hour, every hour, ask if there's anything I want or need. They want to know if I'd like a lolly ice, cold drink. Well, they bring lots of cold drinks anyway. The food is good, but everybody's just so nice and patient.
I bet you're on first name terms with them as well, aren't you?
Well, if I remember their names. Yeah, I'm useless with names, so excuse me, sorry, yeah. But they are really lovely people.
Scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate them? How do you rate this place?
100. 10 out of 10. Yeah, so it's brilliant, it really is. Highly recommend it. So, even just for holiday.
It's been nice to speak to a princess. Take care.
All right, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
My final stop is with Carla Pilsworth. She's a director here at the hospice. Carla, why is it suddenly costing so much more to run a hospice like this than it was, say, 2 years ago?
Well, we've seen a 27% increase in costs over the last 2 years. A lot of that is to do with the rise in energy costs. They've 50% more costs have gone up for us. But other things are we're seeing more patients. We're having many more patients come through our doors, lots more referrals come through.
Why is that?
Various reasons, really. I think the awareness that we're raising out in the community is really helping, so people know about us more. And we're also seeing patients that we might not have seen before. So we've seen a huge increase in our child counselling posts, especially post-COVID.
Speaking to your patients today, I mean, this is quite literally a lifeline for them.
Yeah, it is. For the patients and their families and their carers, if we weren't here, it would be so much more difficult living with a terminal illness or end of life when you need help from the likes of Garden House Hospice Care.
And where does your revenue come from? Where does the money come from? And you need more. How are you going about it?
So 70% of our income comes from charitable donations. We have a small amount funded by the local CCG, but 70% is made from people in the community putting their hands in our pockets and taking part in appeals like Fund a Few Minutes.
Tell us a bit about that.
So Fund a Few Minutes is our new appeal, so it does exactly what it says there in the title, and we're asking people to fund a few minutes of care. So we know that the cost of living is increased for everybody. If people can just fund a few minutes to help our services, then that's going to make a huge difference. So to fund a few minutes, you can go onto our website, which is www.ghhospicecare.org.uk, or you can Google Fund a Few Minutes and we'll come up there.
Thanks for inviting me here today. Thanks for letting me meet your patients, your friends.
Thank you very much.